part of that will be a group of wonderful young ladies pursuing entrepreneurship and supportive processes for women in business. It's called the Women's Network, Professional Women of Color Network. Let me get it right before I get into trouble with the ladies. You know how that is. And from that network this evening, we're going to be talking to Lisa Hunter, who is the founder, and Michelle Phipps, who is one of the steering committee members, as they do their outreach to build the organization and provide the sort of support that women will need in our marketplace. Welcome to the show, Ms. Hunter and Ms. Phipps.
Thank
Alan.
you so much, Mr. Phipps.
Good
Nice to
evening.
meet you.
Now, I have a lot of questions for you, and I know you probably, between the two of you, have lots of answers. So first off, tell me your story. Tell me a little bit about you, because people like to know, who they're listening to and why, and so we want to give them that information up front.
Okay.
Where are you from originally, Lisa?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Homegrown.
Originally. Homegrown.
Homegrown.
Bostonian to the heart.
That's a good thing. The work that you do with the professional, what led you to the Professional Women's Professional Women of Color Network?
Well, what led me to the network was, I'd say, probably about a year ago, I really started to examine my own professional life and where I wanted to be, and just things that I wanted to do that seemed like couldn't be captured in the positions that were available out there in the workforce. So I started to consider exploring my own avenues, and there were women in my life that were instrumental in encouraging me to do that. And I started to think about the women over the course of my life who've been involved and just helping me to get to the next level, just pieces of tidbits, advice, offering themselves as mentors that have really caused me to go to the next phase of my career. And I feel like God put it on my heart to think about other women as well, and to see if this is a benefit to me, how might this also benefit other women? So I sent a survey out via SurveyMonkey to the network that I had developed over time, and the overwhelming response was that a network such as this would be beneficial to a group of women in the Boston area in particular, and there was nothing really like this available.
Very good. Just a few weeks ago, we had another group, Women in Media, with Dale Arbella Santori. And I thought it was very interesting when we had the follow-up discussion and realized that this was another. So obviously women are the majority of the population in lots of leadership roles, and being able to develop these networks must be pretty essential. Now I'd ask a question that prior to that. You obviously are a very intelligent and educated young lady, and how did the educational process play into the direction you're taking at this time?
Okay. Well, I'll start a little ways back in my education. So I'd always been on the path to become a defense attorney. I like to argue, and the law fascinated me, and I wanted to do something for people who were disadvantaged or who were beaten down by society. So I went to Northeastern University, got my BA in criminal justice, and started working at a corporate law firm as a paralegal. What I found in that arena, the corporate arena, it didn't fulfill me in the way that I thought it would, and I really yearned for interpersonal interaction and to have more contact with the people that I would be supporting or helping. So after that, another epiphany, another revelation by God was human services, which I never considered at any point in my life. And after that, I started working at a girls' detention unit. I enrolled in grad school, and I started on the course to get my master's in mental health counseling. So a few years later, I ended up with my master's, and I've worked in various capacities with high-risk youth. And I feel like the education is not the end-all, be-all, but it definitely is a tool, and it can enrich and provide a platform for what you may want to do in your life. And so I feel like the education has been instrumental and really helped in honing the skills that are needed to be effective in my role now with the Professional Women of Color, and offering support encouragement to other women who are trying to realize their professional aspirations.
Awesome. Now you have a supporting act with you or business associate. I like to, the Michelle Phipps Allen, and I'd like to be able to get some input from Ms. Phipps Allen about her participation in the organization. What led her to the organization?
Well, it's quite interesting because we all, as women, love to tell a good story or a good shopping experience or a good gathering. And so one of my good friends by the name of Janan had actually attended one of the meetings. And I remember Elisa and I had previously spoken about this, and that's why I was so amazed, because this wasn't a thought. It had not occurred as of yet, and it was something by the time I turned around, she started gathering members and creating the movement, and it was there for me to participate in. So I really admire her for that. And the second thing is, when I actually attended the meeting, we all know after a long day, no one wants to go to a meeting that's out of order. The meeting was very orderly. I got a lot out of it the first time. There were professional women of all levels, just from entry level to I'm established and I have the alphabet soup behind my name. And it was such a healthy mix for everyone to pull from. So I was really drawn into that. And thereafter, as beyond being a member, I said, you know what, I'd really like to help move this forward, because it is a beautiful mission to be able to go out there and connect with other women and help their dreams grow. And as a result, I joined the steering committee. I didn't know that I was going to have to give an interview on the spot. She's smiling, but she's a tough boss. So I had to do the interview on the spot at a barbecue. That I was relaxed at the moment. But it was because it's her baby and she's so passionate about it and its intent and purpose and how it really helps people. She wanted to make sure whomever is involved is really carrying that same torch. Mm-hmm. So I am very excited and passionate about it. I'm assisting mostly with the marketing portion of the organization.
Okay, very good. Now let's move the ball up the court a little bit. First off, now, you know, there was a long time when women fought to get into men's organizations for equality. Now, are there any men in your organization, or are you alone men in the organization? If you don't have an answer to that right now, we'll give a chance. We'll come back to it. What I wanted to move to was, in terms of the benefits that you provide to your membership. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand you have a very large membership. I was very impressed with the number in just the short space of time that the organization has been running for about 4 months, as I understand?
Yes.
Okay.